all, we want to really expand and enhance our analytics further. Right? The way we want to use data to give better nudges to customers, better insights to the customers, both on digital platforms, as well as we also have a lot of customers who are managed through the relationship managers, they are premium customers. So to all of them, we want to give more power from data. That is one thing I think we can do much, much better from where we are today. And that is a big thing. Second is obviously we want to grow our acquisition a lot more, to a lot more numbers. And right now, HDFC Securities is fairly, we are working with bank as one, but we also have a fairly independent end-to-end ecosystem. Right? From that perspective, we will be working independently also along with the bank as well as separately to be able to acquire a lot more, to reach out to a lot more customers. So the way we will expand digital marketing and the way we will expand digital acquisition will be fairly large. So, for example, our app platform, even though I think it's a decent platform, our mobile app, there will always be issues, so we'll not discuss specific cases, but the good platform we have. But it was built, I think, 8 to 9 years or even 10 years back, right? Some of the technologies it uses are at that time. So we have been looking at upgrading it drastically, right? Some of these things, when we are building, it is also a opportunity to unleash a lot more other journeys and experiences for the customer. Some of those things we'll be looking at. So we will be doing a significant enhancement of trading platforms. We will also significantly work on platforms other than core trading. Right? So we have a fairly good business that we are doing even today on all the other investment products. Right? Be it mutual funds, be it bonds, be it there are a lot of other complex products and so on, and even cross sell and so on. Working with the bank very closely is going to drastically increase now. Right? The number of times I have interacted with the top management of the bank in the last 1 month has been as much as the top management here in HDFC Securities. So that is one thing I wanted to really highlight. Right? So that is why the way we are working with the technology team, digital team, user experience team, right, is very, very deep. It's extremely deep, and without doubt, bank has some of the extremely powerful capabilities they have built. Right? So that all of that is available to us. We are much smaller than the bank. Right? So we have always seen a lot of customers who are being with us since a long time as an account holder with the bank, and we are more than happy to provide other services like we can give loans, we can give insurance, we can give investment services, broking, mutual fund, everything. Right? Now I am thinking that why can't we be the starting point, right? So there can be customers who start working with HDFC. For us, we respect our customers and respect their business. A customer can become the HDFC group customer first time with us only. And from there, they become customers of others. So right now, that is the kind of depth that investments have in the market. Right? So that way, we can obviously work very closely with the bank. It is a very, very ambitious thing that I am saying. We can work very closely with the bank, and we can actually become a product. The whole investment products, right, can be very core to building the overall customer base and the customer experience. See, we are trying to increase the use of new age technologies, which will help us do better. So I'm talking about not discrete analytics. I'm talking about more things like imaging, using unstructured data analytics, right? Some of these things we are trying to do a proof of concept, right? So when we get emails from customers, a bot can read it. So when I say bot, I'm not talking about chatbots, right? Bot means a program can read and highlight the tone of the email, what is the real problem, and so on, right? So trying to use more of analytics, more from the perspective of unstructured data, image analysis for the way we use our onboarding, right? And so on, and even the voice analysis. We have been speaking to partners who can help us analyze the voice on the phone and so on. And this is over April, we have been discussing a lot of such things. Right? So a lot of these things is where we want to utilize AI a lot more. Right? There is some work which has already been done in the past in the pure share market area in terms of how derivative strategies are built and so on. But that is a very different world in terms of how trading algorithms and so on. Those things are advanced activities can be done there with AI and ML. But I'm more talking from the digital experience perspective and digital value perspective. A lot of those things we are planning to work on. I am in touch with a lot of startups in fintech, and if not fintech, in tech, since last 1 month. Right? Some of the examples and POC that I was talking to you about, some of them are from those discussions also. Right? And things like when you're talking to a customer based on what customer just said, you can get a prompt of what you will reply, what is the right reply, to that level of depth. Right? Let us look at the India's biggest growth story in retail broking. As of now, all of us know Zerodha, right? Everybody looks up to Zerodha as a company which has grown so well, and it has the highest number of active clients now, and it has even surpassed some of the older companies which were the largest for 10, 20 years, and they have crossed that. Right? So, and Zerodha was, if you look at the numbers and if you find the older numbers, you will see that even till 2015, Zerodha was not in top 10 or 15 or something like that. It was really a small company in terms of the same metric I'm seeing. When I say small, I'm not saying the company was small. Their active clients were small. Correct? And all the competitors, all the biggies, right? All the biggies who are there, let's say top 5 companies, right? Would always be looking at new things happening. All the big companies look at what's happening in the industry. And they would have seen Zerodha, they would have seen at that time of stocks for RKSV and so on. And they would have seen so many other companies and said, "Ki to chota hai." They're small companies. Hai, and it has been small since 5-6 years. Not 1 month, not 3 months, not 1 year. Right? But then in 2016, we have seen the numbers grow. And now we know that it's one of the best growth stories in retail broking. So what it teaches us that we should not look at a company with a specific KPI and say, "Ki tabhi chota hai ya bada hai." You don't know what's going inside the company and what kind of thing they are unleashing very soon. Correct? So that is one very, very important thing to look at internal capability. Right? And this has become even more prominent these days because there are 2 things which have changed. All of us talk about technology, digital all the time. I will just talk about those 2 things which I have personally seen as making a huge difference. Right? One is switching is becoming very easy for a customer. So the thing which is becoming a big issue, the barriers to entry in the Michael's 5, in Porter's 5 forces has become very, very low, right? So switching is very easy. Earlier, there was always a timeline कि अगर customer को हमने कुछ ऐसा किया जिसका experience has not gone well, it's okay. We will recover. We will make up for it. We will give him something better, right? Now it is like customer can switch immediately because customer also has a lot of effort to switch in the past. The other thing which has become very critical is that scaling a new launch. Earlier we had, I think most of these companies had 1,500 or 2,000 sales officers. Sometimes they had 500 branches, right? So let us say today, if I have to build a 500 branch network with 10 to 15 people everywhere in order to become big, it will take me years, right? There is no way you can do it in days, right? It will take me much, much longer than unleashing a new higher experience mobile app or a trading platform. So the reason I'm saying user experience is important is because stickiness is a slightly more a metric which comes with experience plus a feeling ki I have to force the customer to stick, right? And experience is a concept which comes only from a customer angle, right? So stickiness may generate some amount of practices which are you are actually forcing the customer to come back. While experience is only like saying ki, irrespective of whether you are a good customer in terms of revenue or you are not a good customer in terms of revenue, for me, you are a good customer. My experience will always be great. So, for example, if somebody wants to close an account, right? As you all say, that experience has to be great, right? We should be able to talk to resolve the problem and talk to the customer in some way or the other, resolve the problem. But if customer is not willing to, the closure of account should be as seamless as opening of account. Right? So those kind of experiences matter now because the way word of mouth moves is much more faster. And I will come back to my core that word of mouth, once it moves, the switching is very easy.